Good morning, Ilima Royals. Mr. Bonilla here this morning with some very important news. Hopefully, everyone is still living what it means to be Pono, right? Doing what's right for yourself, doing what's right for others, and doing what's right for our school. It's been 3 weeks since the school year started. Now we're heading into our 4th week, and I wanted to pause and make sure that everyone hears and takes a moment to reflect on how they're doing with our school's 4 core essential strategies. And so these are essential strategies that our Department of Education came up with to make sure that we're safe during this pandemic while we're all here for in-person learning here at Ilima Intermediate. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to encourage everyone to have that conversation with your parents about vaccinations. That's right, vaccinations is the first important core essential strategy that the Hawaii State Department of Education is communicating to all students and their families in the Department of Education. That's for all schools, all public schools here on Oahu and on the neighbor islands. I know that's going to be a very important decision that your moms and dads will have to make. But please, if you haven't had that discussion yet, have that discussion with your parents, and what they decide, I hope that will be the best decision for your family moving forward. Second is the daily wellness check. Remember, we talked about that during our Chapter 19 presentation, and what that basically means is that in the morning when you wake up, you and your family will conduct daily wellness checks to make sure that you're feeling okay, feeling healthy before you come to school. Being Pono means making sure you do this daily wellness check too, even with mom and dad not around because they're already at work. If you're feeling sick, for example, you have a fever, chills, coughs, sneezing, please make sure you do not come to school, that you stay home, you let your parents know about it, you go see the doctor, and you move on from there. The daily wellness checks, again, is very important. That's the second core essential strategy. We talked about the first being vaccinations, encouraging, the word is encouraging everyone to get it. Second is the daily wellness check. Third is the use of masks. It's been 3 weeks, and I've been walking around observing students. I want to take this opportunity to also thank those of you who've been being very, very Pono about your masks. Thank you for having your mask on. Thank you for using your mask. But I also have to be honest that there is a handful of us on campus who need reminders. And if the reminders have to become excessive, you can count on that conversation being with an administrator in the front office, because we really need to all be on the same page with how masks are used. Masks should be covering your noses. It should not look like this. I see some of you in the lunch line with your masks below your noses. It must cover the entire nose. That means your nostrils, your 2 holes here are covered with the masks. Okay, it should not look like this. The only time the mask is off is when you're eating breakfast and lunch in the courtyard. So that's the third core essential strategy, is making sure that we're all using our masks appropriately. Okay? The fourth and last important core essential strategy in our Department of Education is hand hygiene. Mr. Bonilla does weekly bathroom checks, and sometimes I observe students who wash their hands, and they do, for the most part, a pretty good job. Some of us need reminders about this. Again, you must put soap. You must use soap when washing your hands. The length of time that should be done when washing your hands is 20 seconds. I've observed some of you who are able to do that. Some of you just put water and you just go. No, that's a no-no. So if you hear Mr. Bonilla, other administrators outside of the bathroom say, bathroom check, we're coming in to make sure that you're using the bathroom appropriately. And when you're washing your hands, soap is being used, and that you're washing your hands for 20 seconds. Now, you might be sitting there wondering, wow, this is kind of extreme, don't you think? Boys and girls, since the start of the school year, we've had 4 positive confirmed COVID-19 cases. And the amount of close contacts is affecting your learning, as well as the parents who have sent countless emails and voicemails to Mr. Bonilla, wondering about when will this school year transition into distance learning. Boys and girls, listen carefully. We are always meeting with and having discussions with our complex area superintendent, Mr. Tajima. Updates are provided every week. And so today, August 23, please know that Ilima continues to follow an in-person instructional model this school year. If there are any changes to that, please know that the communication will come from me. But do know that if that decision is made, that decision is not made lightly. There are a lot of conversations that need to occur, not only with me and our complex area superintendent, but also at the state level with our interim superintendent, Mr. Hayashi. With that being said, let me recap the 4 core essential strategies. Again, Mr. Bonilla encourages you and your families to have that discussion about vaccination. Number 2 are the daily wellness checks. When you're sick, stay home. Number 3 is the use of masks. Again, masks should be worn accurately by covering your noses as well. The 4th and final one are making sure you use soap, you're washing your hands for at least 20 seconds. Thank you to those students who we've had conversations with about these very important topics. Thank you to those students, even though I don't ask, they show me that they have their hand sanitizers with them. Kudos to you for being Pono. I hope that this message finds all of you in good health. And you know what, these are all tough times. But if we can all do our part to be Pono on campus, as well as off campus, we stand a better chance. Again, best of luck to you. If you have any questions or concerns, you can catch me in the courtyard. I'll be stopping by in the classrooms. I'm here early on campus, normally the last to leave. So if you're here and you have something on your heart that you want to share with me, please do so. And again, thank you to that one student who we had this conversation about in my office during recess. I haven't forgotten. Your ideas are very important to all of us as we all try to figure out solutions in this school year. Thank you, everybody. Be safe. Take care. Bye for now.